We are counting down to the top 10 stories of 2023 here at Yahoo Finance, and coming in at number 10, X becomes X. Twitter isn't worth what it used to be. After paying $44 billion for the social media company in October, Elon Musk now values his company at just $20 billion. In a tweet, Musk announcing that he's found a new CEO.
Well, the Securities and Exchange Commission is suing Elon Musk to force him to testify about his purchase of Twitter, now known as X.
Overall, 2023 has been a real turnaround year for X.
It has been indeed quite an eventful year for the social network, formerly known as Twitter. X got a new name and CEO, but the platform is also contending with several hurdles due to owner Elon Musk's controversial posts. Here with a snapshot of the year in review for X, Yahoo Finance's Dan Hellie is here with us on set. So let's run through the year that was for X, shall we?
Yeah, it's been a lot for the company. Here's just a few of the biggest things that happened in the year that X became X. Let's kick things off in March when news came out that, as you had said in the past, Twitter's valuation dropped from $44 billion that Musk paid for the company to just $20 billion. Then that same month, Musk named Linda Yaccarino the new CEO of Twitter, and then he took over the role of CTO. Although from what we've been seeing, I don't even know what that means at this point. Smelling some blood in the water, Mark Zuckerberg and Meta in July launched their Twitter competitor Threads in a bid to grab users and, more importantly, advertisers who disapproved of Musk's decision to reinstate previously banned accounts and his own controversial comments. And then also in July, Musk did the famous rebrand. He ended Twitter, killed the bird, and turned it into X. He said the company hit a new all-time high of 531 million monthly users. Then in September, Musk said advertising revenue for X was down 60%. And then he blamed the Anti-Defamation League, saying the group, which fights anti-Semitism, was the biggest generator of anti-Semitism content on X. He then met with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to discuss AI as well as anti-Semitism. Then he claimed that X had 550 million monthly active users. In October, we're not even done with the year yet somehow, the SEC sued Musk to force him to testify about a probe into Twitter's share purchases around the time Musk was buying the company. In November, this is going to be the big month, it was miserable for X. First, Musk expressed support for an anti-Semitic post, drawing condemnation from the ADL, White House, and advertisers. Then, after left-leaning Media Matters for America issued a report saying that ads on X for companies including Apple, IBM, and others appeared next to Nazi content, advertisers began pulling out of the company. After that, Musk went on a rant about advertisers during an interview at the New York Times DealBook Summit, cursing out companies that pulled their ads and specifically calling out Disney CEO Bob Iger. More recently, just this week, Musk reactivated conspiracy theorist Alex Jones's account, and then he also made Grok, the ChatGPT rival for X.AI, available for X Premium Plus subscribers. So, whoa, interesting. How is this not number one? I don't understand, but whatever. I'll give it for number 10. Just a mind-blowing year for this company. Probably not Linda Yaccarino's favorite time to be part of a company.
No. It's interesting. That's a lot of drama. That's a lot. Yeah. That's a lot of headlines. What do you think is ahead for 2024? Or let me ask you this: when you think about its business, just the economics of X, do you think it's advertising, given all the challenges there? Is it subscriptions? Is it AI? Is it some combination of those three?
It's the super app.
Yeah. Is that it?
Look, advertising, and we've seen advertisers pull out of X before. They've also pulled out of Facebook, by the way, and then everybody jumped back on because they're like, well, we need to show our stuff to people. So we'll see how long this all lasts, right? But advertising is still its key revenue driver, but they are continuing to push the subscription service. They have the X Premium Plus, and the Premium Plus is so you don't have ads. Premium is you see fewer ads, but you're still paying. So why do you see ads to begin with? I don't really get that. So it's going to be the subscription model and then adding more features to X Premium and Premium Plus. So that's where the Grok comes in with Premium Plus. They're kind of trying to make it more of an app where everything happens. You can also upload much longer video content with the more premium subscription service. So that's really where the revenue goes. But I mean, there's been predictions from some companies where they say, look, this is where X ends. I don't really think so. Everybody says the demise of these social networks is coming, and then it never happens. And for X, obviously it's not a publicly traded company at the moment. They seemingly want to do that in the future. We'll see. But they said the same thing about Meta, and then its share prices shot up. So I don't know if necessarily this is going to be the end. People still want to advertise.
Yeah, I'm just sad that they're using Grok, which is from one of my favorite novels from when I was younger, Stranger in a Strange Land, but be that as it may. It's also interesting to me because you do have these competing social networks, right? And I know you went through the litany of all the things. Alex Jones, is that, what is the Rubicon here when it comes to X, right? Because there's when you recite all of the things that have happened in the past year, what is the thing beyond which that's the tipping point in some way?
And when do they go beyond the pale? I don't think they do, right? I think,
I guess it depends on who you ask or who's using the platform or who you want to use the platform or whatever else, right?
I think the only thing that can have a big negative impact on X outside of advertisers leaving and people condemning Elon Musk for his behavior is if something comes along that can actually replace it. Now, I mentioned Threads. Threads isn't exactly blowing up. It's not like this huge, mind-blowing app. A lot of that has to do with the functionality that it doesn't offer, right? They can bring over people. People, every once in a while I see people come on saying, I'm done with X, whatever, but they need a kind of desktop replacement version of Threads with, what used to be TweetDeck for professionals in social media. And, then you'll start to see probably people leave X more and more. But there's also true believers, right, who think that Elon Musk is the end-all be-all, and they want to follow him into whatever area he starts tweeting about next. So we'll just have to see. I mean, he's the CTO, but he commands so much of the attention of that company that, I said it before jokingly, but, is Linda Yaccarino getting the due respect that she deserves as CEO when he's going on stage and telling the people that she's supposed to be working with to basically take a hike? You got to wonder. So, I don't think there's anything, though, that's beyond the pale at this point.
I like how you went with take a hike there, which felt like a much more family-friendly version of what was actually said.
In my head, I was like, don't say what he actually said.
Good choice. Dan Howley, thank you.
Thank
you, buddy.